Well, hello everybody. Welcome to NFL Picks. Yeah, there's been a lot going on in the NFL, so that's why I'm back. How are you? I'm doing all right. How about yourselves? You guys doing okay? Okay, everybody's doing good. Anyway, so here's what's going on. Let's start with the quarterbacks, Derek Carr and Eric Rodgers, and I'll give you my opinion about these two. Aaron Rodgers right now, he's still kind of up in the air. I read last night over the internet. It was a very good source, by the way, that apparently that the Green Bay Packers want to move on. They want to move on from Aaron Rodgers. They're tired of playing this game with Aaron Rodgers. They want to move on. They want to start fresh with the backup quarterback that Green Bay has. So possibly we won't see Aaron Rodgers in a Green Bay Packer uniform next year. So could be. It's hard to say where Aaron Rodgers is at right now. I think he may be a free agent. I'm assuming he is. What team's going to pay for him? That's the next question, because I'm sure he's looking for a payday, right? I'm sure Aaron Rodgers is looking for a payday if he's going to play, or he may retire. I don't know. But there are some rumors about him retiring. It's hard to say with Aaron Rodgers, to tell you the honest truth, but I think he's going to have I think he's got a couple more good years in him, I think. And I'm sure he's looking for that big payday. If not, he may retire. I mean, it would not surprise me if he did that. So Aaron Rodgers kind of up in the air, probably talking to some teams, but it's been kind of quiet with Aaron Rodgers. But all I know is what I read last night on ESPN.com and other websites that, like I said, the Green Bay Packers are pretty much done with Aaron Rodgers. They want to move on. The Derek Carr situation, of course, everybody knows Derek Carr got cut by the Los Angeles Raiders a few weeks ago. He's been in negotiations with some teams. He's been kind of getting his feelers out there. This week he had a chat with the Jets. But nothing, what I've heard or read, has come of that yet. We don't know what's going on with that. The Jets say, however, that's their missing puzzle piece. I don't know. Jet fans, am I just saying that? Or when somebody wrote that, and when I read that, I was like, I don't know. I think the Jets have more puzzle pieces missing than they think they do. But they say one of the puzzle pieces is probably a quarterback, and they're not happy with the quarterback they've had now. And if you looked over the few years that the Jets have number one draft pick quarterbacks or whatever, they haven't done so well. So they're looking to pick up Derek Carr. So we'll keep an eye on that story. But I think Derek Carr is looking for that big payday too. Will the Jets give him that big payday? There's a good question. Maybe, maybe not. If not, he'll probably move on. He has talked with the Saints down in New Orleans, but I don't know where that is. So he's kind of maybe see who's willing to pay for Derek Carr. He'll be 32 this year, by the way. He's still young. He's still got some good years in him. But who's willing to pay Derek Carr? That's the big question. So we'll find out. We'll follow that. Keep following that story. Kansas City Chiefs fans, do you need a tissue? Do you? I read this last night and I was kind of surprised, but not really surprised, that Eric Bieniemy has left the Kansas City Chiefs. Former offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy has moved on. He will be an offensive coordinator at the Washington Commanders and also an assistant coach. Now, in Kansas City, Matt Nagy was what I read was, quote unquote, the senior assistant coach. So people are throwing big words around, but an assistant coach, come on. So as of last night, 100% sure Eric Bieniemy has moved to the Washington Commanders. They offered him that job, like I said, an assistant coach and offensive coordinator. Meanwhile, what was Kansas City going to do? Were they going to go out and find an assistant, or excuse me, an offensive coordinator? No, they didn't have to look far. No, they really didn't. They actually stayed in-house. Matt Nagy. That's what everybody's kind of pointing at, is Matt Nagy is going to be the new offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs next football season. I don't know. I saw what Matt Nagy did to the Bears, and Bears fans don't like him. They did it one time. This first year, he said, we thought the Bears are going to come out and win and get division championships, possibly go to a Super Bowl. No. So Matt Nagy got fired from the Chicago Bears, went back down to Kansas City, became the quarterback's coach, and now he got bumped up to offensive coordinator, and yet he's still the senior assistant coach. But a lot of people thought if Andy Reid was going to retire, and that some people were saying, you know, Eric Bieniemy may be the new head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know. But Eric Bieniemy, like I said, has gone on to the Washington Commanders. He wants to further his career. He's one more step and he could be a head coach. So we'll find out what his future may hold for Mr. Bieniemy. But all in all, that's what's going on. Matt Nagy, as I said, will be the new offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. So they didn't go out and try to find one or whatever. They more or less stayed in-house, which was probably an easy bet because Matt Nagy was an offensive coordinator for the Chiefs before he went on to head coach the Bears. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's going on in the NFL right now. I'll be looking up more stuff. But all in all, it's been quiet. So we'll continue to follow the stories. We'll continue to do this and that. Till then, I am Drunk Farmer. Thank you for watching the show. And just remember, everyone, I am not a professional. I'm only a fan. Like, share, subscribe. And if you have a comment about this show, go ahead and write it. I do read the comments, and I try to answer them, by the way. I do. So until then, everyone, I am Drunk Farmer. Thank you for watching the show once again, and I will see you when I see you if any breaking news comes upon us.